Magandang umaga sa ating lahat. Welcome to our 365 daily devotion. At ngayong umaga ay patuloy nating pagbubulay-bulayan ang ating series na 7 Principles to Achieve Our God-Given Goals. At ngayon ay tayo ay nasa ikalimang prinsipyo na tayo, which is faithfulness. God blesses our faithfulness. Ang paksa natin ay nagmula sa talata ng Matthew chapter 25 verse 21. Ang sabi dito, His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Sinabi sa kanya ng kanyang amo, magaling, mabuti at tapat na lingkod. Dahil naging tapat ka sa maliit na bagay, halain kita sa mas malaking bagay. Makihati ka sa kasiyahan ng iyong amo. So, ang katuruan natin dito, una is faithfulness in itself is success. So many times we equate success with achieving a grand goal or receiving public recognition. However, in the parable of the talents in the Matthew chapter 25 verse 14 to 30, Jesus emphasizes that faithfulness in the process is success in God's eyes. The servant who was faithful with the few talents entrusted to him heard the words, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. This means that if we are diligent and committed to what God has given us, whether small or large, God considers us successful. So even when the progress seems slow or the tasks appear insignificant, God sees the faithfulness behind our actions. Success is not merely reaching the destination but walking the journey faithfully. So we must redefine our idea of success. So it is not just about ticking off goals but about being faithful to God's plan every step of the way. So it is faithfulness in the small things that pleases the Lord and leads us to greater opportunities and blessings. Second is faithfulness values the small things. In Matthew chapter 25 verse 21, the master praises the servant for being faithful over few things and promises to reward him with responsibility over many things. So faithfulness in the small things is what qualifies us to greater tasks and blessings. So often we overlook small tasks, thinking they are insignificant. However, these are the very tasks that God uses to test and shape our character. So Jesus teaches us that how we handle the little things reveals our readiness to handle bigger responsibilities. So if we are faithful in small duties, whether in our jobs, relationships, finances, or spiritual walk, God can trust us with more. So think about David, who faithfully tended sheep before God called him to be king, or Joseph, who was faithful as a servant and prisoner. So before God elevated him to second in command in Egypt. So God uses the little assignments in life to prepare us for the larger roles ahead. Faithfulness in the mundane is the foundation of lasting success. Third teaching natin is faithfulness is a vessel of blessing. So faithfulness opens the door to blessings. Not only does it lead more to responsibility and opportunities, but it also allows us to experience the joy of the Lord. So in the verse, the master invites the servant to enter into the joy of thy Lord. This suggests that faithfulness leads to an intimate relationship with God, marked by joy and fulfillment. So when we are faithful in our walk with God in the small and large responsibilities He gives us, we position ourselves to receive His blessings. The Bible tells us that He is faithful in what is least and is faithful also in much. Faithfulness does not attract material blessings but also spiritual growth, favor, and joy. So faithfulness is the vessel that carries God's blessing into our lives. So when we steward what we have well, God multiplies it and we experience His overflowing goodness. So in being faithful, we don't just meet goals, we become a living testament of God's blessings to others. So, our application here now first is to become faithful or be faithful to become successful. Instead of focusing solely on achieving goals, shift your mindset to be faithful in daily steps and assignments God has placed before you. Success is not always about the outcome, but about how well you steward the process. So whether you are serving in church, at work, in your family, or in personal responsibilities, approach everything with the heart of faithfulness, knowing that God values diligence over results. Second, that then is be a good steward of the small things. So God rewards those who are faithful with small things, whether your current task seems trivial or important. So remember that it's a test of your faithfulness. God often entrusts us with small responsibilities to prepare us for greater things. Be diligent and excellent in whatever you do, no matter how insignificant it may seem. Third and last is be a vessel of blessings. So faithfulness opens the door to God for God to pour out His blessings, both in our lives and in the lives of others. So when we are faithful, we become vessels through which God's blessings flow. Our lives can impact those around us, and when we faithfully serve God, we reflect His goodness and character to the world. So as you pursue your God-given goals, remember that faithfulness in itself is success. Be faithful in the small things and you will see the fruit that faithfulness in time. So through faithfulness, God will bless you and make you a blessing to others. So will God say, well done, Joe good and faithful servant to you today. So let faithfulness be your daily goal.